So this peaks out April 12th. That's the peak. That's when Pluto stops. That's this guy right here. He stops, he slows down and reverses direction at 11 Capricorn 35 minutes. Well, this is when the action is. Now this is April 12th, so you can figure a couple of weeks up to that, a couple of weeks coming down. We used to say 20 days plus or minus. It becomes increasingly panicky and increasingly reptilian. That's about all I could say. And so flight or fight. It's a lot of it's reactionary stuff. Some of the things that are going to come up is more guns, more atomic. I just found out the governments pay these guys, these physicist dudes, a whole bunch of money to bombard a Neptunian thing, and out of Neptunian they got some plutonium, and they needed the plutonium to add to other plutonium to put in satellites that go a long ways and last a long time. And they're fun. Plutonium is the worst poison in the world. 1 millionth of a gram will kill you. Of a gram, yeah, a millionth. And then it goes on and on and on and on for 50,000 years and kills everything. So there's nothing to fool around with, and these guys are making it and the government's paying them. Oh yeah, we need it for our astronomy programs. Ha, ha, ha. So far as your experience of this, it'll happen, basically this chart, turns all the way around every 24 hours. So Pluto hits the angle over there, there's Eek a bug. And then it comes down here to your home, and you worry about that stuff, and you get this panicky feeling, and a little claustrophobic. And then it comes up here to the rising sign, and you feel an itch and a swat your body. There's a bug on me. And then it goes up here to the top of the chart, around noontime, and there's police all over the streets. And so there's like 4 hits when this guy gets real strong every day. Besides which, times when the moon squares it and it hits your chart. But there is a rhythm to it, and it does peak out on the 12th, and it has a general shape like a bell-shaped curve. So your feelings of eek, a bug, they have little things in them, that's what it is, but it's a bell-shaped curve. And so if you have panic attacks, well, as fast as they come up before the 12th, that's how fast they'll disappear after the 12th. All right. Mars and Venus are not okay right now. When you look at the way the sky mirror is set up, there's Mars at 18 degrees of Aries. Here's Venus starting out at 18 degrees of Aries, and the Sun at 16 degrees of Aries. Well, what that means is Mars and Venus are in conjunction, and that can really heat up the passions. But if you recall what our original astrologer Ben Franklin said in Poor Richard in 1735, he said, when Mars and Venus in conjunction lie, then maids, whate'er is asked of you, deny. So I figured out later that this makes sex painful, and it just isn't satisfying, and so you may have your own experience of this phenomenon, but my advice and Ben's advice is deny. Okay, day by day, what happens? If you're on the Thursday show on April 4th, here you are, and you're having a good Thursday. Here's a sextile to Uranus in the middle of the day and a trine to Jupiter in the evening, lightning bolts of truth. A new idea, unite humanity. What could that be? Usually it's a Uranus thing, a uniter of diverse people. That's to me, that's what the symbol of Uranus is. It's this person looking that way, this person looking the other way, and they're united by the cross of matter. So here comes a union agent saying we need better safety, we need better money, things like that. This is over the circle of spirit. Aquarius doesn't care about that. Uranus, its ruler, It's non-denominational science is. Anyway, you get a nice hit of it on Thursday. Hope you got some of that from the show. Friday morning is a sextile to the sun in Aries. Time to get going. And here's a sextile to Venus and Mars. It's in the morning, just about breakfast, huh? And here's when, it's a sextile. It's I can't tell you what to do, except I know that you'll be lusty and horny on Friday morning, the 5th. And care is needed. So, Friday, the moon's in Aquarius, yeah? Saturday morning, time you get to Saturday, the moon shifts into Pisces, and on the 6th, and you're in the Neptune zone. About the middle of the day, the moon goes by Neptune, and I'm really impressed with Pope Francis, and he did things like a real professional astrologer would do with Neptune and Mercury, and I have personal history with St. Francis that I'll tell you about sometime. And the love of animals and little children and living cheaply and so on is what St. Francis did. Anyway, this is a good day to reflect on it, Saturday morning. And hopefully our unusual rebel Pope Francis will come out and give us some guidance from the heart. That's what they're supposed to do, these Neptune people. There'll be good, solid, practical stuff happening. The budget, the timing, and the sextile to Pluto says there's decisive planning and things going on here Saturday night. Got inspiration Saturday morning and midday, and a solid plan evolves Saturday night. Moon's in Pisces. Now it does kind of say the hell with the environment and the environmentalists and the unions and all of that. So there could be some plotting here that some people may not like, because it's a semi-sextile, 30-degree angle to Uranus. Too bad, guys. Uranus is squaring Pluto. Somebody's got to throw a monkey wrench into this power play these people are doing. Otherwise, what's to stop them? They're going to eat it all. Well, on Sunday, the moon's still in Pisces. It goes by Mercury here and squares Jupiter early in the morning. Kids are making too much noise. Stuff buzzing in your head from overthinking things too much. Goes through Sunday pretty much. Too much to do. Too much noise. Too much laughing. Too much. Okay. Monday, a little after breakfast, the moon shifts into Aries on April 8th. And you're in the electric zone now. Moon's going to go by Uranus. Hooray! Electric. But this has that lunation on it. Yes. So this is going to be lunacy. Here is your high winds. Here is your tornadoes. Here's your power outage. Here's quakes. Here's strikes. Here's a whole bunch of reasons why people don't like Uranus. More TV schlock. I can't believe the television's all led us so astray. Yes, they never even... It's like all they do is read the headlines and then repeat it like a bunch of little silly parrots repeating headlines, and nobody ever read the rest of the article. And so what we get is what the fanatics want us to do. Oh, end of the world, end of the world, end of the world. Weapons of mass destruction, weapons of mass destruction. What can you believe? I don't know. Here's the internet. We'll see what it does. We'll see who throws a monkey wrench where. It'll be Monday and Tuesday, the April 8th and April 9th. And you're going to see some action over this whole thing. Because there's a full moon here, and it sets off Uranus, squaring Pluto. Are those police really beating up those homeless people? Yeah, probably are. So what are we going to do about it? Well, I don't know, man. They got all the guns, don't they? They're trying to take our guns, so they're the only ones that have the assault weapons. 10 rounds, huh? That's because the police in active shooting situations want the man to have to reload, and they can hear that and charge him. And that's what all the chief of police's official line is. We don't care about the rest of it. Just limit the clips to 10 rounds. Gosh, anyway, Monday night, Tuesday the 9th, full of this stuff. It's hard to take sometimes. The Shabbat is so thick. The moon's going to go by Mars and Venus, and it's going to be sexy, and it could be angry, and care is needed. Young maidens, what's asked of you, deny, especially on Tuesday night, April 9th. And into Wednesday morning, the vibes are still there. The moon's still in Aries, and until it gets out of there, you could be trapped in lust and anger and overdoing it all on Tuesday. It looks like a big party, and there's shenanigans going on. So once the moon shifts into Taurus, it'll settle down. You'll feel better. That happens late Wednesday night. Early Thursday morning on the 11th, we got a sextile to Neptune. The higher heart is out. Remember what remember what Pope Francis said. Remember what Jesus said. Thursday morning, 4/11. There's a trine to Pluto in the afternoon. Oh yeah, police should all have weapons. It opposes Saturn though. Here's something scary going on Thursday morning. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough time. It's cold. It's iced. Do we still have control? Thursday night, yeah, we do. Moon's in Taurus. Continues through Friday, April 12th. And then on Saturday, April 13th, the moon shifts into Gemini, and it changes again. Now you're really in the Jupiter zone. Saturday morning, there's a nice sextile to Mercury. Kids are happy. There's confusion, though, and bad smells with the square to Neptune. A square from Gemini to Pisces. And so Saturday's confusion. People feel lost. They're overdoing stuff. Hey, where's that smoke drifting over to? Is that the exhaust from a leaf blower? I don't know, but the bad smells are all over on Saturday, April 13th. As you go into late evening, there's a sextile to Uranus. A little brotherhood could help. New idea unites humanity. Something could be coming up. Yeah, because you're in the Jupiter zone, and Sunday morning everybody hears about this. There's truth and wisdom flying all over the joint. Sunday morning, April 14th. And the heroes are out Sunday night. Stuff's getting done. The men are acting. The brothers are out doing things. So I'm pretty optimistic about Saturday and Sunday. Nice weekend, huh? A word to the wise, however. Here's about Monday the 15th. Tuesday morning, opposition to Pluto. So really, it's Mondays and Tuesdays when the moon sets off the bug. Besides your daily, 4 times a day hits in the morning and noon and evening and midnight. So 4/12. Well, that's only Friday the 12th back here. So Pluto's going to be most active. The volcanoes are going to go off. Major underground stuff. The crocodiles are loose, and you're going to hear about it Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, the 15th and 16th of April. It's the closest moon opposing Pluto. Eek, a volcano. So there it is, up ahead. For Pluto, stationing is a big thing. I hope you'll have a laugh out of eek, a bug. You get that little startle reflex. I remember, it's just Pluto. It's just temporary. There's no reason to really be afraid of bugs. Got questions about astrology? Give me a call, 808-322-3584. I like calls, just don't call too early.